Today, I'm needle felting a peep, some assembly required. It's almost Easter, and that means peeps are everywhere. And I mean everywhere. Target had like a big peep pillow and also peep gift sets. It's a little weird, but I kind of understand the appeal.
Peeps are cute.
So I'm gonna make my very own little felted peep bunny. Here goes. Here is what I need to start with. My foam and felting needle. Probably won't actually need the cardboard. Some mill waste for core wool. And some inspiration. Or snacks. We'll see how it goes. The first thing I want to do is make the basic bunny shape. So I'll fold up some of my core wool into the body shape. Skipping the ears for now. And I'll try to poke it into that flat snowman situation they've got going on. I'm starting with a kind of thick, flat egg shape, and I can add the neck indent as I make it a little more firm. So you can see I'm not just poking from the top and the bottom, but I'm really focusing a lot of energy around the edges, both to make the snowman kind of shape that we need, but also to preserve the thickness and those distinct edges that the peep bunnies have. Now I'll make the individual ears. I'll try to grab 2 chunks of fiber that are about the same size, and then as I shape them, I turn them a quarter turn every so often to keep each side flat. Here is my little fella. I think the ears look like they're about the right size, so I'll just hold them down here where I want them and give a few pokes to tack them down. I try to get them from a few different angles so they really start to stick. Don't forget to tack the back down too so they don't shift around. Now I'll just do another good round of poking to make sure the ears are super attached and the join is pretty smooth. He kind of looks like a chocolate bunny. You can see I tried to keep some of his thickness. He's felted firmly, but not like hard as a rock firmly. I just want to make sure I have a good base to attach my colorful roving. Speaking of which, it's pink time! This one is a little too light. This one's too bright. This one's a little dark, but it might make a good base coat. And this is the same color. Okay, so I'll put this on first to cover the dark core wool. Then maybe I can put the light color over the top. Ooh, or maybe even mix the light and the bright together. But either way, I'll start with thin layers of this darkish pink. Little by little so it doesn't get too lumpy. Each layer's fibers should go in a different direction for better coverage. And then you just keep adding layers and felting them down until you like the way it looks. As I'm felting all these layers down, I am making sure to keep the edges as sharp as I can by poking all the different surfaces and trying to keep them flat and smooth, and to keep a good angle on the corners. It is not a quick process, so if you're just learning to felt and it's taking you forever and you're like, I'm doing it wrong, don't worry. It's the same for me. It just takes forever. It's a great time to listen to a podcast or something. Nothing too interesting because you want to keep those fingers safe. Then I'll do a round of smoothing so the surface isn't too fuzzy. A furry peep seems kind of unappealing. All right, here we are. It is a pretty good shape, but really not the right color. So let's make an attempt at color mixing. I'll be using a regular old dog brush, nothing fancy. I just separate a little fiber out and let the dog brush grab little strands. I start out by layering the colors, and then I just let the brush mix the colors as I randomly brush the fiber. Hold the fiber nice and loose and just keep mixing until it's no longer streaky. And here's how my mix came out. I don't think I can get any closer than that. Now I'm just going to felt little wisps onto the bunny. Make sure you pull out any big chunks of color that didn't want to mix. There's always somebody who doesn't want to play along. For this long fiber, I like to break it up into smaller bits before I try to attach it. It just seems to make it look a little thicker and a little bit more even. Now layer on plenty of fiber so you get a nice even coverage. Okay, you can see it's starting to cover. Now I'm going to stab the heck out of it with gentle little oblique angled pokes to try to smooth the surface. This will also show where I need to add more layers. Really fine roving like this will sometimes show poke marks. I feel like the more you poke, the less obvious they are because they become almost part of the texture. But you can try using a finer gauge needle or even lightly rubbing the surface afterwards to minimize the look. But don't rub too much or it will just get fuzzy again and all of your hard work will be wasted. Hey, he got pretty smooth. He does match the packaging better than the actual peeps, but it's a lot closer. I think if there weren't any actual peeps right there, he would almost look right. Now for the last step, eyes and a nose. I have some dark brown roving because peep faces seem to be made of a chocolate-like substance. I'll try to roll some little dots of a similar size, and I will try to center his features a little bit better than actual peeps. I'll just give them a poke to tack them down and make sure I like where they are. It looks good. Now I can make sure they are really felted on there. Ta-da! A peep bunny. He is a little big and a little dark, but I think he's fantastic. Here he is, looking tasty. Look, we match. He kind of blends in. I hope you like this project. I think you should definitely try it. It's a good way to practice getting different colors on your piece and also, really felting them smooth. And to make sure you get a crisp little edge like that, I don't know, it's kind of helpful. It's nice to know how to do that. So if you like this video, like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff is amazing. New videos come out every Saturday. So until the next one, be awesome. And I'll see you then.